Happy 4th of July or Independence Day to everybody today. It is Solar Sunday, and my family and I, we just got back from spending a couple of days out at Monterey, going to the bay and to the amazing aquarium out there. So much fun. We got to spend some time with some good friends of ours and my kids. It's just such a fun time to have all the kids be able to not be in strollers and to be able to enjoy the Monterey Bay Aquarium and everything. So we just got back and I thought, gosh, I need to hop on to my Solar Sunday show here on Facebook and YouTube to talk about energy independence since it is Independence Day. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are out at, maybe barbecues and family get-togethers in California or even all of the Western United States. I hope no one's lighting off fireworks tonight because we do not need or want any of the wildfires happening because of the need and urge to light off fireworks. So leave those to the professionals who are out on barges in the middle of lakes and bays and all that good stuff. That's my public safety announcement for all of you today. Yes, my kid, he was like, are we going to go watch the fireworks? I was like, no, we're not, because it's been canceled. So anyhow, this show today, it's going to be kind of a short one, but all I wanted to talk about today was energy independence, and it's Independence Day. And if people who don't have solar yet want to gain energy independence, one way of doing that, one way is by going solar. So when you get solar power for your home, you are replacing the need for energy to be, or electricity to be manufactured or generated for you by the utility company, at least during the sunny hours or the daytime hours of the day. And if you have any questions, please make sure to type them in the comment section, and I'll answer questions that you might have about solar power or batteries on the show live. And if you're watching on the replay, make sure you put #replay and ask any questions that you may have about renewable energy, energy independence, all that good stuff. Okay. The first way that you can become more energy independent is by going solar. So this is a big cost savings to many, many homeowners as well, because the cost of the entire solar system over time is going to be way less expensive than getting your energy from the utility company, especially if you live in California. I primarily help homeowners in California. It's where I live. It's the markets I know the best, as well as the utility companies. Lately, the PG&E has been really driving me nuts because of things that are required to go solar, like main service panel upgrades. They just, sometimes it can take longer than anticipated or planned. So that's one thing that needs to happen. If you have an older home and an older main service panel, you do need to upgrade that. And oftentimes the utility, or not the utility, but the solar installation companies will include that in with the entire solar project to bring your home up to code and make sure it's safe. Lewis, happy 4th of July to you. I hope you're doing well there with your family. Hope you're going to have a nice, safe. We're just sticking close to home. We were out at Monterey this weekend, and we came home before the traffic because my kids just don't do very well in a long car ride or road trip. So we got home, had to make a couple of stops, but other than that, we got home safely. So that was really good. But going back to solar energy and how it helps you become more energy independent is by going solar. And one of the things that's, might be necessary is upgrading your main service panel. And that requires coordination between the utility company, as well as the city or the county, the local jurisdiction, and the electricians that are doing this work. And it takes a lot of fine, coordination and making sure everything lines up and gets done. I have some customers that are having the main panel, that whole thing's the schedule of it sliding based on availability of building inspectors for the inspections, PG&E, if there's any sort of wildfire or down power lines or anything like that. They're going to postpone main panel upgrades because they have to get power lines back up and going for homeowners who, still haven't gone solar. And for even homeowners who have gone solar, because when the sun sets, you still are going to be pulling energy from the grid that hopefully your system over generated and you're banking kilowatt hour credits to then debit from at nighttime, unless you have a backup battery. And so that's the number 2 way that you can become even more energy independent, is when you have a solar system and you have a backup battery. So backup batteries, the word on the street is that the LG Chem Resu batteries are like completely out of stock. So last year they were in stock while the Tesla Powerwalls were out of stock. And now that, all of those batteries are like all sold out, Tesla Powerwalls are coming back, becoming more available. And so that's a good thing. There are also other batteries, Enphase batteries. Those, I don't have access to those batteries, but I think those are in stock with certain suppliers and solar companies. But those are larger capacity and way more expensive. And if you're trying to gain energy independence and trying to save money, cut costs and save on your energy overall, you have to look at the total package and see if it makes sense for you and your household. Happy 4th of July, Doug. Excited. Yes, I'm excited as well. I was wearing your wingman shirt earlier, but I put on my Old Navy 4th of July shirt. Like, I always try and get these for the family because they're fun. But I did have my wingman shirt on earlier. And of course, whenever I wear it, I think of you. So happy 4th of July. And I'm excited to be working with you in your new home as well. And hi, Arthur. Happy 4th of July Independence Day to you. Yes, great information to be energy efficient and independent and save on your energy costs too. Thank you, Arthur. I really appreciate your kind comments. So getting solar plus a backup battery. Some people get 2 backup batteries to be completely off the grid, which is very hard to do. Very hard, very expensive. Not completely impossible, but for the vast majority of people, and probably I would say it's not really worthwhile unless you live somewhere where you absolutely cannot get electricity to your home. It would take multiple batteries so that you could be completely off the grid. Like multiple meaning like 5, 6 batteries and really large capacity batteries. But for the average, homeowner, I don't even want to say average homeowner, but for the homeowners who are interested in complete energy, not complete, sorry, I shouldn't say that, but energy independence, solar plus a backup battery is a great way to go and great way to start. And the wonderful thing is a lot of these battery manufacturers enable the homeowners to add more batteries to the system. Depending on what kind of battery you get, kind of determines how many breakers you can back up on your sub panel to your home. Tesla tends to be able to back up all the circuits that are 30 amps or less, and LG is going to be 20 amps or less, and 4 circuits for the LG Resu 10. When you go up to the 16, it's going to be a few more. And then if you stack like 2 Powerwalls together, you should be able to, for most homes, be able to achieve total backup. So it really just depends on what your goals are and what breakers you want to back up during a power outage. Because that's really what's going to happen during a power outage. You're going to have energy during the day as well as nighttime, but only on those breakers and circuits that you are backing up. Doug asks, so what do you think about getting an emergency generator? I'm thinking about adding one of those as well. I think that an emergency generator is a great economical option because depending on what kind of generator you get, those will last you many more years than a backup battery. Backup batteries are going to have a limited time shelf life, so to speak. The warranties on those are about 10 years. And that doesn't mean that they stop working after 10 years. It just means that after 10 years, the warranties are no longer, or it's kind of like a car warranty, 3 years or 36,000 miles, or it's like 10 years, 100,000 miles with Kia. I have never seen any other car warranty exceed that. But then again, I don't know people who keep their Kias for more than 10 years. But I don't know very many Kia car owners either. So I know with the batteries, it's certain amount of 10 years with a certain amount of throughput of energy. So kilowatt hours or megawatts is what they would refer to. I know for LG Chem Resu, it's like, oh gosh, I'm going to have to go back and find out, guys, and put it in the comments for you. But the warranties are there. It doesn't mean the battery's going to stop working, but they are lithium ion. A lot of these are lithium ion, which is the same kind of battery technology that we have in our phones. So when your battery starts losing the charge and you need to recharge it, it's kind of like how the big backup batteries work. And plus, these are the same batteries that are in electric cars. So that's another thing to think about when you're buying an electric car. At some point in time, you're going to have to replace those batteries, and the battery technology is what's probably the most expensive part of electric cars. But for a generator, depending on what kind you get, and as long as you maintain it and take good care of it and make sure, you empty the fuel, or, if you get a gas generator or a diesel generator, as long as you empty it and keep it maintained, it's going to last you many, many, many decades. Oh, and my daughter just came in because she wants a fizzy water. So just one. That's not a fizzy water. It's not. It's all empty. I want a real fizzy water. You want a real fizzy water? Yeah, okay. Fizzy water. All right. I'll get you a fizzy water as soon as I'm done. Can you give me a couple minutes? No, fizzy water right now. Okay. Well, you might have to go and figure out how to get one out of the garage for yourself. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm trying to teach my daughter more independence. Part of it is she can't reach the fizzy waters that are up on the garage shelf. So those are my thoughts on a generator. Some people don't like the idea of generators because it means you have to use fossil fuels. Do you hear her? She wants a fizzy water. So it just kind of all depends. But as far as efficiency and cost, a generator is a good idea. May I please have a fizzy water? Can you at least swimming pool? You want a swimming pool? She went swimming this morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, didn't you? Did you go to swimming this morning? Yeah, she did. She got to go swimming this morning. The Generac brand is that will run on natural gas. Yes. The cool thing about these, Doug, is you should be able to have it tapped in, like not hardwired, but piped in to the natural gas. You should be able to pipe that into the Generac. I'm not a generator expert, but it is something that's like that's option. The first option is do nothing, have no backup energy during a power outage. The second would be a backup battery. The third would be a generator. And you can also get solar powered generators for people that just want to back up a home and maybe a couple of things during a power outage, which is really cool. So that would be a good way to do it. You do have to work with someone like a plumber and Generac and make sure that you get it permitted and installed like on a cement slab and everything. And all that good stuff. So that would be a good route to go. You might want to also look at different brands of generators and just see what they have out there. Generac is a good, well-known brand generator. So yeah. All right. I am going to end the show because my daughter needs a fizzy water. And that's all I really wanted to talk about today was energy independence. It's easily achievable for homeowners and business owners as well. The 26% federal tax credit helps make that even, I guess, what's the word? Mama, helps offset cost. Her toe hurts. Oh, honey. Can you say hi to everybody? Say happy 4th of July. I don't think she knows what Independence Day is yet. We're still working on that. But last year we saw fireworks and ate s'mores at the county fair, but they're not doing that this year. So thank you, Arthur. She is pretty cute. Her brothers are with my husband, and I don't know what they're doing. They're probably getting in and out somewhere, to be honest. Yeah, so going solar and becoming energy independent for a vast majority of homeowners, if they decide to finance it, you can do it with nothing out of pocket. And then you Mom, what happens? Okay, I will get you a Band-Aid in just a second, okay? Energy independence, you can start it with nothing out of pocket. And what it does is instead of paying for the utility company for rising rates for your electricity, you can finance it and have a fixed monthly payment. And if you qualify for that 26% federal tax credit, it's for the total cost, which is really awesome. So that's how you go solar, basically. Or you pay cash. I have lots of homeowners who pay cash, and then they just pay. Everyone pays a monthly connection fee to the utility company. They still pay gas to the utility company. And then if for whatever reason you use more energy than your system was designed to produce, which that happens every now and then, every year, or for some utility companies, it's every month, you would settle up. You might have a credit, you might make a payment. If your system is designed right and if you're planning for things to be added to your home's electricity usage, then you can plan for that when you get solar installed, which is really, really good. Let's see. She is the solar princess. Yes, she doesn't know. Well, she might know that. My sons know. Yeah. So anyhow, just wanted to come on, talk about energy independence, how you can become more independent from the utility company, because all they're doing, it seems, at least in California, is increasing the rates to electricity costs and everything. And energy, solar power, all that stuff is really good for the planet too. So my son and I, we were out kayaking on Monterey Bay, and it was really cool to be out there in the open water with all the sea life around us and kelp in the kelp beds, because that's where they say to stay when you're kayaking in Monterey Bay, because if you get beyond the kelp beds, then you're out really in open water and it gets really windy and stuff, and the current starts picking up. But we saw some sea kelp in the bay, and it was a little deteriorating looking, and it just was making me think. And I even asked one of the marine biologists at the aquarium, what is it? And it's actually like an organism that sits on top of the plant and basically takes over. So it's a colony of like a bacteria. I don't want to say it's a bacteria, but it's an organism, and it just feeds off the kelp and everything, and they can't get rid of it and it just basically destroys the kelp. But I recently was watching a show called Chasing Coral, and it's all about the coral bleaching that's happening because the seawater's temperature continues to rise. And it was really, really sad, even going to Hawaii and going snorkeling and seeing like that the coral wasn't lively and vibrant like I remember it to be 10 years ago. Because I've been going to Hawaii for a very long time, and every year I go, it's just not as vibrant. And a lot of what's happening is the ocean temperatures are rising. The coral is like underground forest. And, if you don't know, 75% of the ocean is, 75% of Earth is covered by water, and much of that is ocean. And if the conclusion of the movie, not the movie, but the documentary, which is on Netflix, you should go watch it if you want. But the conclusion was more and more people need to become solar powered businesses and homeowners. And I couldn't agree more, because if we can do our part to reduce carbon emissions and reduce the greenhouse gases and reduce the temperature of our earth and our waters, then we're all going to be in a better place. And, for my little solar princess, this is why I'm in the industry that I am. So Arthur Adams says, Go Sun Incorporated has great solar products to eat, drink, and keep cool with solar powered table. Also, we need products like that in Louisiana during power outages from hurricanes. We get hurricanes a lot. Yes. I was actually surprised. I was just down in New Orleans a week and a half ago. And I was really surprised to see how I didn't see a ton of solar, but when I saw solar, I got really excited because there were some homes with solar on there. And you guys get a lot of sunshine. So I think Louisiana may be seeing more and more solar as long as the utility companies become more solar friendly, and the way the way that utility companies become more solar friendly is when they have really excellent net energy metering rules. And if you're in a state where the state is giving you rebates to go solar, all the more like you should do it. You should take advantage of the rebates, take advantage of the 26% federal tax credit, because that will eventually go away. And the savings that you experience by getting rebates and tax credit only helps make it more affordable for homeowners. So this is oil country, so it is slow to turn to solar. That's true. Texas is a big oil state too, and a lot of people are adopting solar. So I don't think that, my opinion is big oil is never going to be gone. It's never going to be obsolete or eliminated. We still need oil, but hopefully we can become less oil dependent as a nation. And more homeowners and businesses see the benefit of solar power from the sun. So yeah. But, people go solar for one of usually 4 reasons. 1, to save money. 2, to help save the planet. 3, energy independence, which is what we're talking about today. And 4, for the planet, for the environment. And there are some people that are hardcore for the planet, and that's the only reason why. They don't care if they're spending more than what they pay the utility company. They want to go solar for that reason. And I support all the homeowners for all the reasons that want solar. So you can go to or send me an email at jamie@jamiegreenthesolarqueen.com if you want to start a conversation about getting solar for your home or for your business. I'm excited because I'm starting to have more conversations with business owners about getting solar on the rooftop. And business owners, they not only get to take advantage of the tax credit and rebates if there's rebates that are in their state, like New Jersey has a big rebate going on. I think Georgia may have a little rebate. Some other states that are just now starting to adopt solar, they get the tax credit. They also may get rebates, and they also get to take advantage of MECRs, which is depreciating the assets, which is awesome because then it just makes their break even faster. And if you don't want to send me an email, you can just go to jamiegreenthesolarqueen.com and you can fill out a form there if you want to start a conversation. A lot of homeowners go that route, and they can answer a little questionnaire survey there and then set themselves an appointment to meet with me over Zoom. So that's kind of cool. Jane, thank you for putting that in there, Arthur. All right, I'm going to go get my daughter some fizzy water because that's what she wants, and in this live stream here. So happy Independence Day to all of you. And if you want to become energy independent, let's talk. All right, guys, happy Sunday. Have a wonderful week. If you have tomorrow off, enjoy your day off. If not, have a great day and a great week, and we'll see you next week. All right, bye, guys.